We're going to move on to our next segment, which is member highlights. So let's see exactly what we're talking about in action. If you've been following Jason and I in the Smart Chiropractor for a little while, you've heard those words teach and invite consistently quite often, because we know that is the path to success when building and growing a practice with marketing as opposed to advertising. And you can have a little bit of both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. But don't get confused and think that advertising is marketing, because it really isn't. However, when you are marketing, when you are teaching and inviting consistently, guess what? Really great things start to happen. People start to take note of who you are. They get to start to take note of what your messaging is. They start to share it with friends. You start to see your schedule fill up with more of your ideal patients because, referencing Seth Godin earlier, you start to become remarkable. You start to become somebody a little different, somebody a little special. And you might not resonate with every single person, and that's okay, because you have more of your ideal patients in your practice. So without further ado, I'm going to click over. We'll check out a real-life example of this with one of our Smart Chiropractor members, Dr. Mike Mills. Dr. Mike has been with us for a while. He is an active guy. He is always willing to go that one step beyond. He has a fantastic practice. He's been doing this a long time, but he is a great example of a doc who day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, is utilizing the Smart Chiropractor system to the fullest. He's utilizing all of our automations to support his message, yet he's going that extra 5 to 10% that really takes it over the top. So let's take a look at the video that Dr. Mike shot live just a couple weeks ago. Then Jason and I will talk about some of what we love and some of how you can put this into action yourself.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Mills with the Building Blocks of Health TV. Today's video is going to get a timestamp since it's Christmas and we are celebrating Ugly Sweater Day. Inflammation. Inflammation is like a check engine light in your body. It tells you that something isn't quite right and you should pay attention. The first step in discovering the cause of the problem is determining whether you have acute or chronic inflammation. Acute inflammation is short-term and plays a critical role in healing and injury repair. Chronic inflammation, on the other hand, describes a condition where your immune system continues to produce white blood cells even after the injury is gone. The combination of chronic inflammation and an excess of white blood cells can cause some problems with your immune system. In some cases, your immune system may even begin to target healthy cells and structures. If sustained over time, over a period of time, you may experience changes in your cells, tissues, organs that could increase your likelihood of disease. Of course, one of the most significant challenges is chronic inflammation can be invisible unless you know where to look. Here are a few of the most common signs of chronic inflammation. Insulin resistance. Insulin helps control sugar levels in your blood, and inflammation could affect how your insulin works. Muscle weakness. Chronic inflammation can cause your immune system to mistakenly attack and inflame your muscles, which could make you weak. And fatigue. Fatigue is a sign of long-term inflammation and common in inflammatory diseases like fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, lupus, and rheumatoid arthritis. If you've been living with muscle weakness, fatigue, or other nagging pains, you may also be living with chronic inflammation. It's often our daily habits that contribute to the state of chronic inflammation. Know that our team specializes in helping you create a healthy lifestyle through daily habits that combat chronic inflammation. We invite you to take the first step toward better health by scheduling a visit with us today so that we can work together to help you feel and function better. To make this process simple and convenient, we have created an online health assessment that you can complete, and we can simply follow up with you with a phone call. If you'd like access to our online assessment, please just let us know, and we can share the link with you. I'll see you next week for another episode of the Building Blocks of Health TV.
All right. And that was Dr. Mike Mills, Smart Chiropractor member. And I think that is just a great example. He's not acting. He's not trying to beat Daniel Day-Lewis for an Oscar. He's getting out there and teaching and inviting. He's utilizing the script, smiling. He's in his practice. That is really A textbook definition of what we look for. He's gone a little extra. He's got a little graphics on the front end and the back end. He built out a health assessment tool to help facilitate that call to action, or invitation as we call it. Did a fantastic job, great pacing. Look, just looking straight ahead, being confident, getting really the reps in. So kudos, Dr. Mike. I know you've been doing it for a while. You continue to do a great job, and I think that you showcase a great example of getting out there and teaching and inviting. Jason, what are your thoughts on Dr. Mills and using the video scripts there?
He's doing exactly the right thing. One of the reasons we do this is to acknowledge those of you who are doing it right. Bravo to you. Thank you for doing that. I was watching a video by Jim Quick, who talks about the brain and how it works. You can look him up online, and talking about how to build a super brain. And one of the things that he referenced was this whole idea of the 4-minute mile, and that it had been thousands of years, if ever, that anybody had ever run a 4-minute mile. And then Roger Bannister comes along and does it. And the way he did it, if you learn the story, is that he had visualized over and over and over crossing the finish line at 3:59, breaking that 4-minute limit. What's interesting about the story is not just that he did it, but once he did it, there were dozens and then hundreds of people that soon did it afterwards. And the question you have to ask yourself is, why all of a sudden, after one person was able to accomplish something, was it all of a sudden now much easier for other people to follow? And the answer was, they finally recognized it was possible. So the two reasons we show these videos, or maybe multiple reasons, but two of the reasons that we show them, is one, to acknowledge Mike, great job. Thanks for taking action. Kudos to you. Well done. Bravo. And for the rest of you, that's what the 4-minute mile looks like. That is what you do in order to be able to keep it regular. And, I've been watching a lot more podcasts and so on these days. It's become part of my lifestyle and routine for my own personal growth and so on. And, if you watch basically the world's largest, most popular podcaster these days, Joe Rogan, he'll be the first to tell you that nobody starts with a massive audience. Jeff, you talk about this all the time, that, everyone, us, you, everyone starts at zero at some point and builds from there. So keep it in context wherever you are. One of the great things about being a chiropractor and this process of building an audience is, if you have been in practice for a period of time, you do already have people that have learned from you, have connected with you, that have been part of your services. That's your email list and your past files, people that have come to see you, people that are following on social, people that you will hopefully soon start reactivating by implementing reactivation email campaigns like we have in Chiro Emails as part of the Smart Chiropractor. Understanding how these different things works is the name of the game. Then doing something about it is where you're going to get results. And when you do something about it, we hope to see it and highlight you here in the future.
Very, very well said. Stay tuned next week for member highlights. We're going to showcase other Smart Chiropractor members doing fantastic things for their community and in their practice. And be sure to tune in each Tuesday so you can interact with this show live, and subscribe on our YouTube channel so you can see all of the segments broken out each and every week. Those will be up very soon. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.